Okay, well, the dynamic essentially was that, I mean, Bon was no question the better singer out of the both of us, and so, you know, I think the unspoken word was that if we did anything, you know, that required a bit more of a vocal range than I had, then he would sing lead and I would sing harmony. Even if the song we were doing didn't have harmonies, I'd still sing harmony. But on the other hand, if we did, say, for example, a Wilson Pickett song or a Sam and Dave song, then it would depend on what the song was, what the range was, and you know, and I would sing lead, and Bon would sing harmony. On our records, I mean, we ended up making about 13, 14 singles, and the share of lead vocals was split down the middle. I think I ended up singing about 7 and he ended up singing about 6. But the other singer would always add harmonies. We would create our own harmonies with the guitarist Win Milson. We'd work out melody lines and we would sing harmonies, you know. And so during that period of time, Bon and I got an incredible grounding in harmonies, harmonics, voice harmonies, and our two voices, whilst worlds apart, were really good together, and I think that's probably why, because they were worlds apart. And I think it's fair to say also that when Bon took lead and I sang harmony to Bon, the sound was a much better vocal sound, despite the fact that that didn't happen on most of our records. It's quite funny because a lot of the records I see now that they sell on the internet are all over the place of us then, with Bon as lead singer. A lot of the songs they cite there he actually didn't sing lead on, but that's not the point. The point was that during that period of time, his grounding of vocals and my grounding of vocals were really, you know, honed. Oh, no. I mean, you know, there's no, I mean, our biggest, no, our splitting, our sharing vocals had nothing to do with Lennon and McCartney, no, of their splitting everything up. The reason why we did it was because, I think essentially the main reason we did it was because probably both of us weren't really confident enough to lead a band on our own, and we worked off each other a lot. We had a pretty wild stage act for the time. You know, we should jump up on amps and have fire bombs going off on stage, and you know, all sorts of weird stuff. And we fired off each other. You know, we definitely gelled, and we'd work out stuff beforehand, what we would do and what we wouldn't do. And whilst the Beatles were obviously an influence to us, you know, in many ways, the Rolling Stones were a much bigger influence. That was the area we wanted to go into. But a bigger influence in both of those bands for us were the Easy Beats. The Easy Beats were a band in Australia who actually scored a hit record in England in '66 with Friday on My Mind. But the Easy Beats were our heroes. In Australia, they had in 12 months 6 or 7 #1 hit singles, and they had a hysterical following all around the country, and they were our homegrown heroes. They were the band to emanate and emulate, I should say. And whilst they didn't have two lead singers, they were a wild band and they wrote great songs, and they were our heroes. They were the people we were going for at that stage. It changed, but in '65, '66, the Easy Beats were the band, and the Easy Beats and the Rolling Stones were the band we wanted to. We wanted to be like, you know.